Hi everybody, it's Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today my co-host is Anastasia. She'd smile and say hi, but she doesn't have a head. She doesn't know that. And welcome to Monday Makes on Tuesday. Today I have 4 different things to show you, including this. This stitch design is up on my, I kept saying it was going to be Stitching Saturdays, and I think it's called Saturday Stitches or Saturday Stitchin'. But it's a series that has both those words in it, Saturday and Stitch. Some variant of stitch. So if you watch that, this is called the Funky Spiders. Yeah, the Funky Spider Stitch. This was made very, very easy. All you do is you measure the widest part around you, wherever that is, and then you divide that by 2, add 1 inch to each side. And that's it. That's how wide it has to be. Now I've got 5 motifs across. So with this, you'll do your test pattern to see how wide it is. How wide, I think I've got too wide, too high on my, my sample piece. So you'll do the too wide, see how wide that is, and then you'll know how many of these motifs to make going across. And you just make it as long as you want it. And sew the sides together. See, all we did was we sewed the sides together. No, we didn't. I did. And then I just made a strap for the sleeve. Make that as wide or as narrow as you want. And you have a nice little summer top that you can wear over a tank top or a camisole or a bathing suit, whatever you want to do. Works up really quick, really easy, and it's really pretty when it's done. So now I'll show you the next one I made. And this is a sweater I made. I used Karen Skinny Cakes in the color Birthday Cake. They don't make it anymore. So I was really glad that I got it made, and I had like just a couple yards left when I finished. I tried to make the top kind of V, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, so it puckered a little, but then I added an extra couple rows on, and that kind of took care of the puckering. But for this, all I did, this is made with the, I'm going to confuse myself, sweater stitch, the Funky Sweater Stitch. I think I'm going to put that up next on my stitching series. And again, you just measure. For this one though, because it has front post, you're going to want to add 2 inches, whatever width that you go by. So I did that on the front, and then on the back, I just did couple rows of double stitch and a couple, well, I think it's 1, 2, 3 rows of the skinny V's. And then for my sleeves, I love making the sleeves this way. I used to just crochet in the round all the way down, but you have your front panel and your back panel. You sew your shoulders together. Okay, you sew your shoulders, and then you measure the widest part of your arm and make your top row that length. And then measure how long you want it to be. And remember that when you're making this kind of a top where it's just 2 panels, just your basic shirt with 2 panels, this part is going to fall off your shoulder. It's usually going to come about right here. So when you're measuring your sleeves, measure from about here. We'll try it on and see where it comes. But go for about 2 inches down your arm. So you just measure from there to about here, because you want to leave room for cuffs, unless you don't want to put a cuff on. You just want to maybe put a row of single crochets around it. And then you can, now like I did mine from like here to my elbow, and then from my elbow down to here, I decreased 1 stitch on every end until I got it as long as I wanted it. And then what you do is with these 2 panels sewed together, you lay it flat, you take your sleeve, you fold it in half. That middle stitch you line up with the seam on the shoulder, and then you just sew it on both sides. And then you fold your garment in half with the front and the back and your sleeves, and you just sew up the side and sew up this on the inside. Make sure it's, inside out when you do it. Easy peasy, butterball breezy. So I have that. And then you guys, because I didn't want to have this sitting around forever, and I still have to sew the ends in, but I finished my Lost Souls shawl. It's finally done. So happy about that. And then the last thing that I have, oh, you know what, before I go on with that, I love this. I love the way this yarn looks when it's done. It's Shawl in a Ball. The color is Namaste. I love the way it looks, the shimmer, the shine. The colors are nice. And again, I'm not a fan of brown, but I really like this. The thing with this is, because it has these that gold thread going through it, and the way that I hold my yarn, because I wrap it around my finger, it will leave a little indent, and it will really start to hurt after about, I was going to say like 3 or 4 rows, but I'm talking like the top rows where it's nice and wide. And that's the only thing I really don't like about that yarn. So anyway, and then the last thing I have to show, this isn't really finished, but I'm done with it, because I know I don't have enough yarn to finish it out completely. And this is it's by the Crochet Crowd, Healing Stitches. The Healing Stitches. And I think I stopped at right after, I think this right here is row 39. And it gave a nice little border, so I just left it. So that is what I've been making, such as it is. So go make yourself something pretty. Make a sweater. Make a shirt. It's so really easy. Oh my God, it is just so easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. All right, so that's that. Have a good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good week. Make the best of your year. And I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.